How long ago was that?
Like 2018 ish.
So I started in 2017.
Yeah,
2016, I think it was the first one, and it was really like it was for my birthday. And I think Gabriel. I told everyone the story. I was like,
did you ever bring I Hate Models?
I did.
You did.
Yeah,
right?
I did. I Hate Models.
Like
Rebecca,
way before, like
Deborah DeLuca. Was it Marco Faraone, Luigi Madonna, DOP, like a regular shows, like live shows, DOP, no regular play, Detroit Techno Militia. I think we did 152 shows, bro, like big, and then but we did a lot of big names, man.
You'd always go till like what, like 6, 7 in the morning.
Yeah, 7 latest stops because we had it was a church.
Yeah.
So that's
is that church that closed down or something like that?
Yeah.
The church that closed down, or
no, it burned down. I think we had a tornado or something, and it kind of started like going down or something, and then it hit him, and it kind of. Well, actually, today, guys, I'm here with NRG Music Events with Ryan and Raul, man. How are you guys doing today, man?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. Doing it great, man. Thank you for coming in, man.
No, pleasure. Thank you for having us and telling our story and everything.
Thanks, man. You guys NRG, is it like the main company, or how does that work? Because I know you got the trance music and then the techno shows, which is in Intellect.
Yeah.
Intellect and
Transportal.
Yeah. So okay. So how do you guys come up with the name?
I mean, NRG. It was it was probably the best name we found that wasn't already taken or wasn't stupid.
Right.
we had probably about 10 other names that we came up with, but that just seemed to be the one that stuck the most. So.
Gotcha, man. So was Intellectual and then was it
Transportal?
Transportal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So was that already in the works, like opener? Like you guys already got the name, so that came out after NRG.
So we, at first it was just NRG Music Events, and over time we started doing parties that just kind of stuck to those specific genres. So that's kind of where we branched out and came up with our own, I guess, little branches within our own music company. So that's where Intellect came from for the techno parties, and then Transportal for our trance parties.
Gotcha, man.
We kind of wanted to divide the crowds.
Right.
We started with trance first, and that was like kind of our passion. But we also wanted to do techno. We just didn't want to confuse everybody.
Right.
So that's when we kind of separated. And if you go to both of those shows now, 2 separate crowds.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2 separate fan bases. And it's cool to see. We'll have a little bit of mixture in there, but it's 2 separate fan bases that go, and it's pretty awesome to see, and just to kind of go from there.
Right. How hard is that to divide the crowd, man? Like I would, because I used to. I don't. I'm sure you know Miguel.
Yeah,
Miguel. Yeah,
absolutely.
So Miguel is the one like start bringing all these trans people. They used to go to his shows, to my techno shows, and that's the people that sticking to my shows at the very end. Nestor and all these other guys. Brandon, Harry and all of them.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of them.
Absolutely.
So there's it was. I mean, I'm sure it's hard because I guess if you like trance, you only go trance. If you like techno, you just go techno. Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah, and essentially, like every now and then we'll have some of our trance fans at an Intellect show or vice versa. But generally it's been really cool to see us build 2 different genres entirely.
Right.
And separate the crowds to have totally different crowds for each show.
So what inspired you guys to just come up with their own shows? Just kind of the same thing that I like. Maybe I'll do my own fucking show.
And COVID happened, and there was nothing. There was nothing
out here.
Really,
there was nothing. Once in a while, Stereo Live would bring a Paul Van Dyke, one of those artists, but
big names. Yeah.
I was like, hey Ryan, let's just throw a show. And
right.
like I used to do shows back in LA before.
Oh, okay.
And just to start over here, we kind of just did it underground with one of my friends, JJ, Triceradrops. And we're just messing around. We're just gonna be like, hey, I got this warehouse. I got these laser company, Dream Beams Lasers. I met Jacob.
Yeah. Are you part of that or
no? I met him through this DFW Rave Fam. Like open decks. I kind of just showed up.
Okay.
And from there, I kind of, he liked trance, and I'm like, hey man, I like trance too. Let's kind of put things together, and
Gotcha.
you know, from there, you know, that's, you know, Ryan kind of helped me from there.
Yeah, I didn't really believe him at first whenever like we were talking about it. 'Cause he's like, I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, that sounds cool. Like, yeah, sure, we'll do shows. And I mean, I remember the day he called me. He's like, oh, hey, remember when we were talking about actually starting our own?
I really booked it.
Like, oh yeah, no, we're actually doing it. And I was like, wait, what? We're actually doing it? So, you know, it's kind of weird how it all came about.
Right. Yeah, I had a friend when we did the first one too, when it was obviously one of those long nights, 6, 7 a.m., you're partying and everything. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm fucking gonna start my shows. And that's probably, I'm figuring it's probably something like that. I was like, yeah, I'm starting my own shows. It was probably like a late night.
Yeah.
And you're thinking like, he just fucking speaking, you know,
that's exactly what happened.
I think it was oh shit. Yeah. For real.
I think Ryan said it best. It was like a drunken idea that actually came true.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. When do you ever hear that happen? Right? Yeah.
So what was the first event like? Who was the first one? It was a trance show or was it a techno show?
It was a Psytrance show, actually.
Psytrance show.
Okay. It was my friend Triceratops, JJ. And we just, it's kind of like industrial psychedelic. But I performed and we had our friends Echoverse perform. So it was kind of trance at the beginning and then it got into some Psytrance. And yeah, we, you know, it was one of those things where, you know, we ran until 4 or 5 in the morning and it was just complete underground.
Okay, gotcha.
And that, like, from there, we kind of just got the buzz, and I think our second show.
Or what? A little bit.
It was enough.
It was enough to.
It was enough. Like, you know, this was our first show. Nobody knew who we were. We had probably like 60 people there.
Okay, that's good. It was enough to like light the fire inside.
Oh yeah.
And then, you know, we had Arctic Moon as our second show, so that was a little bit of a, you know, step up from there. I think we hit about like 100-ish people that show. And then our third show, which was Billy Gillies, that's the one that just really took us off.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, what venue was this?
The third one was at the Ridgely Room in Fort Worth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think it was like an iconic venue from back in the 90s or 2000.
Yeah.
People used to rave back there.
It had like some rave history behind it, so that was kind of cool. We were kind of like,
really?
Back to like an iconic
I think
venue.
you know, have the section of Instagram dive in. I think I got the picture here. Maybe it is. Yeah. Is it like a not a theater kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy, man. So when you're looking for I guess trying to book an artist, what are your guys looking at? Like, is there trance or the techno? What are you guys focusing on? Like the buzzing.
I mean,
like the
so for techno,
sound?
I kind of, you know, we started a lot with hard techno. That was kind of like that's kind of what's in right now.
Right.
I have a lot of friends still in LA that are, have the agencies over there, and they're more domestic artists, so they're easier to, you know, book.
Right.
Than for trance, you know, we have to book months in advance. They all come from Europe, and it makes it, you know, pretty difficult for that genre. Like, we have to catch them on a tour or close to a festival that's coming over here.
Right. Especially because I don't think they tour as much anymore in the States. Or are they? Because I'm not really familiar with trance. I am familiar, but not as like with the artists. I don't think it's as I guess as not big, but as hype as it was back in the day when Miguel was doing it. You know, when Miguel was doing it. I mean, it was at least launching him.
Yeah.
It was like a little battle against each other, you know, doing like who picks the biggest name. That was crazy to see him against him. You know what I mean? He brought asterisks.
Oh, yeah. I was at that show. It was
a great show. Yeah. What was that? What was the place? A1, I think it was the name.
Yeah, that venue.
It was a nice venue, man. I can't believe that closed down. Yeah, because some of the venues that we have here, they're nice, but I don't think we have the crowd or the capacity to, you know, to keep throwing and shows. You know what I mean? I mean, now Silo's kind of taking over.
Right now they're
like, the stereotype is kind of dying.
Silo's going off right now. So I
still haven't been there.
I still haven't been there either. I mean, I went there and it was sold out. My friend's like, they got tickets at the door. I walk in. I was like, no, no tickets at the door, bro. So I didn't even make the effort to go in there. But it's crazy, man. I took the. What were you saying? I'm saying go back. What were you saying on the?
Like the trance stuff.
Yeah. About the how hard is the.
Oh yeah,
to book the artists in here, like a trance.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's definitely gotten a little bit more difficult than it used to be back in the day to bring trance artists out here to the U.S. You know, generally, you know, of course they always go to L.A. That's always the main city. New York, of course, but Gotcha. So it's kind of easier on us when we kind of catch them when they're doing a show in another city here.
Right.
So then we'll grab them on like a Saturday or something.
What's one of the most memorable shows that you guys had so far, whether in Trance or Techno? How many you guys have done so far? Really? Quite a few?
Yeah. I think we've done north of 30.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like we're close to that. Yeah.
I mean, last year we did, I think, 13 shows.
Okay.
2024 was definitely our busiest year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, before like 2022, 2023, we were probably doing like maybe 4 to 5 a year.
Okay.
I don't know. We did like 12 or something last year or something like that.
It's hard to do that many shows, man.
Oh, yeah.
And especially when, I don't know if you guys have a venue or not, but not having a venue makes it very complicated.
Right. Yeah.
We have a lot of partners. We work with many different venues. This month we're gonna have 3 shows.
Okay.
We'll be announcing.
January.
Yeah. So we have the Lorelli show.
Yeah.
And then this next
Where's
week,
that gonna be at? You guys know yet or no?
No. It's a secret location.
Okay.
We're doing. You have to purchase tickets. You're gonna get the ticket, the information 2 hours before the event.
Oh, that's kind of how I used to do it. Like
a little
bit, like just
So it'll be like an underground event.
Okay, that's good. That's gonna be a good show for sure.
We gotta take it back to the roots. Like everything is kind of
commercial.
Yeah, too commercial. All the spots right now, it's too clubby and things like that.
Yeah.
We want to bring that vibe back, that experience.
Right.
That's what we want to do. Like you don't know where it's gonna be. We're just kind of giving the general area of where it's gonna be. And then, we'll go from there.
Who do you know? You got the other artists lined up yet? No.
Yeah. So we're collaborating with this group called Terminal. They do really cool techno. They're collective.
Here in Dallas?
Yeah. They're here in Dallas.
Terminal?
Terminal, Texas.
Yeah.
I never. Maybe because I'm too.
Yeah. It's Mitchell and George. Great guys.
Oh, okay.
We do weekly calls with them. Very professional. They're a pleasure to work with right now. So I want to give them a shout out too.
Yeah.
Good people to have.
Nice.
To
bring it down here, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm open.
I think tonight they have a show in San Antonio. So they just did one in Oklahoma about a couple of weeks ago. So they kind of travel around. Very, very good DJs as well too.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Do you guys DJs too or no? Do you?
I don't.
You don't? Okay. Yeah. So you're like me, bro. You just like the party.
Yeah, I just love the music. Yeah.
You guys party.
I mean, have you tried? I tried before, but
I do know how. I just I haven't done it in a long time.
Really?
So, but I mean, in a sense, I do know how to do it.
Okay, I don't. I'm like zero. Like I have. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
I just like to party.
I'll play for hours.
Really?
Yeah, man. I've been playing for like 15 years now.
Damn. So do you have background booking background? You do have booking background, right? Like in booking DJs and up there in LA?
Yeah. So I used to work with my friend Raymond Stone. We used to run Beat Drop Music along with Ryan Davin. May he rest in peace.
Right.
But we did a lot of cool shows. We got Darren Stiles back in the day, Searle when he first came out with that Pretty Rave Girl song.
Right.
So we did a lot of it was mostly happy hardcore. That's what we were kind of doing. But around 2010, EDC was at the Coliseum, and
this is years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I started back in 2007, 2008.
Dang.
So someone passed away at that show. And our event was about 3 weeks after that show.
Yeah.
We had Umid Oskan, we had Darren Stiles, Club Filler. It was a pretty big show.
Nice.
And there were a lot of pressure on, hey, don't do the show, like trying to postpone it. And we're like, no, we have already invested so much into it.
Right.
And a lot of tickets sold. We had over 1,000 tickets sold. And when we were starting the show, back then, parties were all ages. They weren't, it wasn't 18 plus or 21, it was just all ages. And so, the show has started, fire marshal was there, everybody's there because there's protesters over there.
Oh, shit.
And they're like, hey, you guys aren't checking IDs? Oh, no. So boom, they had to shut it down for a second, everybody out, and then recheck IDs. Now it's 18 plus. I'm like, all right, whatever. We're going to have to do it 18 plus. And so we started up again, and about another hour in, I think a security guard didn't have a guard card. Oh, you guys got to shut down now. The fire marshal came down, boom, riot police came down, the helicopters, and just
damn,
yeah,
like a movie.
It was pretty. It sucked, all the hard work that we put in, and for me, Darren Stiles was one of my favorite artists like for the hardcore scene, he's kind of like the I guess the Tiesto or the Armin
really?
of that music. And he hadn't played LA, I think, since 1999 or 2001.
Damn.
So, that was the kind of like something that happened back then. I had to take a pause from that for a few years. But
so you never done shows, Ryan? Like this is the first time you're doing shows?
Yeah, it is.
Right.
So, kind of like how we met is, like Raul mentioned, he's from LA. So, our day job is what brought him to Texas.
Oh, okay.
So we met through there, because we do work together at our day job as well. So he pulled into the parking lot, and I heard him bumping some Buckside Trance. I was very confused.
I figured it was gonna be the same thing. Man.
I was so confused because I'm like, there's no one at work.
Have you seen this memes that you like? You're like driving and you got the little window open like this, and you hear the sound.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The fuck is playing that? You're like,
that's exactly what happened. Yeah. So I see this guy get out of the car, and I was like, "What, Raul?" And so I asked him like, "What are you listening to?" Oh, Side Trance, and then that's how we kind of kicked it off.
Oh, yeah.
And so like how we kind of started it was he had the booking experience, and I just kind of knew like the DFW area, the people, and could kind of like help bring the people in, and he could kind of set things up, and then we kind of came together. So
that's crazy. So it's like a corporate job. You guys have the same thing?
Yeah, it's a corporate.
Yeah, it's funny because you have to kind of have two lives. Like well, my job they kind of think like because I take a lot. Well, lately I've been taking a lot of PTO off.
Gotcha.
Or like I've been talking to my director. Hey, can you align my day off and my extra day off? Or we get Sundays and Saturdays we work through a half day, but like you get a like weekly day. But I've been asking through like put me the whole weekend. I was like, why are you getting to my new? I was like, man, I have to show him and everything. I was like, okay, we're good.
Nice.
So I mean, they kind of know like the like I guess the story behind, but they didn't know that I was actually like doing it. I guess bigger,
right?
Like, oh man, you're actually traveling and everything. I was like, yeah, man. That's crazy.
It's kind of come in handy though. Like our corporate gig, it's like it's given us like a business mindset. So it's in a sense, it's kind of helped us run our energy thing as well. So and kind of comes full circle.
Yeah, and then we've kind of brought both worlds in at times. We did a town hall, and we brought people from this industry to set up the stages and lighting and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Like just things like that. Definitely like Ryan said, being in the leadership lets us make sure that we run the business as it should. Right. And we kind of bring that kind of strategy. We have our weekly calls with our team. Yeah, we have a pretty good solid team right now.
No, really?
Yeah,
okay, nice, man. So, I never had that. Well, I mean, it was not a huge team. It was just maybe 5, 7 people doing the whole DW thing. I mean, and then that's about how many of you?
Yeah. There's 5 of us that hop on our call for energy. We have Brian and Braden and Raul's sister Erica that helps as well.
Okay.
So between the 5 of us, we'll kind of throw out ideas and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And, sometimes we just chat about like
whatever
stuff, but we do our weekly calls, with our team, and then since we have our Borelli show coming up, we'll do weekly calls with Terminal.
Okay, nice, man. Y'all definitely more organized than me for sure. Because on my team, it was just me and then Daniel living here in Dallas. Uh-huh. Everyone is living in Austin, El Paso, or Arizona, and Oklahoma. So when it was a party, we just party next week, and then I was dropping like shows like every other week kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, I can keep going over there, But yeah, it was crazy. So how do you guys keep the energy, I guess, fresh at your parties? What is you guys, something you guys do different on every show? Or you guys think that I'm doing something different?
Well, we definitely, try to be something different compared to, everyone else, like like the main clubs like Silo and Stereo. I mean, we're definitely not trying to compete with anyone, but we just kind of want to do our own thing and stand out and try to be different as we can. Sure. And
you think is that changing the venue, to keep it fresh as well?
Changing the venue. I think our production is always different. Every single event. And sometimes we'll do a 360 and we have more intimate lighting just inside there.
Okay.
And then when we have our bigger shows in the theater, or we did one at this cool like GameWorks type of, it's called I Compete, where we have good visuals. Our friend Taylor, he did awesome visuals while having some lasers and things like that. So every production is always kind of different and in its own way, fits the event.
Yeah, sure. Like we've done 360 sets. Like when we do like a theater, we'll do like our friend Taylor who'll do visual projections and just stuff like that. So try to do a little something that stands out.
Yeah, because it's hard. Because I was talking to I have a friend. He's gone 3 times to Silo. He was like, bro, it's like the hype is gone, and I was like, yeah, bro, because they turn the screen the same time all the time. And that's all they have to offer. Yeah. I mean, obviously they have much to offer, but I mean, if you continuously turning the screens the same way and the same lights, I mean, the music might change a little bit, but I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of get bored. You know what I mean? So you gotta always tweak it a little bit to bring a different experience. Sometimes you don't have to. You can have screens on at all the whole party. It must be just intimate and something like that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you. Sometimes the lighting guys they'll hate me for this because I'll go be like, "Hey, stop the lasers. Let's make it dark for like 20, 30 minutes. Like let's let people build in, and then boom, hit them again." So I work with them a lot, and I'm very happy to work with them.
Is this laser beams?
Yeah, Dream Beams lasers.
Dream Beams. Oh yeah, they really close with what's this guy's name? With Waste.
Yeah,
right. They I've seen on the flyers all the time.
Yeah, so I think they just did all the lighting for the new Koba.
Yeah, you been there?
I haven't been there.
Yeah.
They've done that and
It
some of
just
the
opened
other
yesterday.
venues.
I mean, was it yesterday?
It was New Year's. I
Yesterday?
think they opened.
New Year's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna go, but I was like, man, I'm getting too old, man. Not too old, but I wanted to party, but I'm.
It starts at 2, so I'm like.
Yeah, especially because I lost my my license, and then so I mean, right now I have one that is expired, so that's what I'm going around with. Yeah. But I was like, I'm gonna go there. I just can talk to Waze and see if they can let
don't
me
say
in.
this on camera right now.
So yeah, I'm actually going to fucking what was this Monday all the way to Wichita Falls to get it renewed. I was like, damn, like 2 hours drive to get it gets renewed. So I was like, shit, it's a long ass drive. So what's the one of the biggest lessons you have learned from doing shows here in Dallas so far?
Oh, that's a good question.
Being too aggressive and not listening to Ryan.
Really? Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, for sure. You're like, man, let's do it this way.
Oh, no. I mean, like I just kind of like elaborate on like 2024. We booked like a lot of people, and I would say every show was great.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of times where maybe we could have waited. Maybe we shouldn't have done it on a Friday. Maybe we should have done it on a Saturday. Just little things like that.
Yeah.
So I think the lesson we both learned is just patience is key. Sometimes the offer on the table, it might be better further down the road, or you might be able to get more people if you do it on this date versus this date.
For sure. I think especially when you do that many shows, like something that I'm noticing right now on the social. Sometimes I just don't comment, but I just see it. And I'm never gonna mention no more venue names just because that's a great line now. But I guess when you drop so many names, because that's something that I learned on when I was like, even if it was big names, then it just kind of like, it gets bored.
Yeah.
So I guess if you space them out, then it makes a bigger impact. You probably guys know that instead of like dropping names. Names for sure.
I would say kind of like a funny lesson that we recently learned is like being a promoter in your 30s is
it's hard.
How
old are you?
Oh, I'm 33.
Okay, you bro?
37.
Okay,
we're
36. I'm about to be 37 this year for sure.
So we had a show in December, and we realized we were competing with a lot of Christmas parties.
Oh yeah,
and we were like, man, this is a new one. Like we're in our 30s, like people are going to Christmas parties instead of shows. So we were kind of like, maybe December is not like the greatest month to do shows.
They're good lesson learned now. Then until we bring some bigger headliners or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe because as you get old, you got to bring like younger kids to promote the show because the same crowd is kind of your same age. So they start growing as you grow.
Yeah.
So they do have more. You have to do adulting parties more with the family. So obviously they're not going to go to the show.
And I think that's where like this hard techno intellect is coming in. It brings more of a younger crowd because that's kind of like the hot music right now.
Right.
We're still wanting to do the more proper techno, and that's what next week's going to be, or 2 weeks is going to be about with Lorelli.
Right.
It just from start to finish, and that's what we want to have that underground experience. But yeah, we're kind of just testing things out and you know just seeing how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, Intellect, we've only been doing it for not even a year yet,
Not
so
even
it's
1
still
year.
very,
Which one's it,
very
Intellect?
new.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like our techno one,
Right.
And Trance, we've that's been a couple years now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, we're just kind of trying things out and seeing where it goes. So,
Gotcha. How do you guys see the electronic scene here in 5 years in Dallas from now?
I don't know. It's kind of weird because
It's hard to tell.
it's hard to tell because it's not saturated, but it's saturated of the same kind of way where it's a lot of club, and it's like we got Silo now, which is kind of similar to what Concourse is.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. There's not a lot of community undergrounds here
For sure.
Which is a good thing and a bad thing. So like, for us, doing a lot of the hard techno, a lot of the techno that we're doing, it's great. Not a lot of competition.
Yeah.
And the ones that we have found, other promoters, we're collaborating more, but at the same time, there's not a big community of it. So that's kind of where I see. So I'm hoping that grows. I'm hoping the techno community grows, and I'm hoping we go more into actual raves than clubs. Because
I think Silo is actually helping a lot with that. I that's kind of my vision of it is, I think it's really great they're bringing a lot of like techno artists to Dallas and doing things similar to Concourse in Austin.
Right.
So, I think they can help and kind of bring that kind of music to the younger crowds and hopefully, grow the scene here a little bit. So.
Yeah, I feel like I feel it makes I don't go out as much.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's not as hot as it was back in. Not because I'm trying to brag about my shows.
Yeah.
But I think at that time,
top notch, but yeah.
But at that time, I feel like it was a lot of crowd. I mean, bring all the people out and then after hours, like 5, 6 in the morning, and we got sold out show with Gabriel DeLuca and Ramiro Lopez.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, it was like a small warehouse. And he would drive all the way, maybe 20 minutes from downtown to get there.
Right.
And then like 2 in the morning, a lot of people does that, You're
That's
like,
what I missed. I didn't get to experience that here, but I did used to see all the shows like from Miguel's shows from United Trance Nation. And they were known from, the LA community.
Really? Yeah. I'm not sure if he partnered one time, I think. I could be wrong. But I think he partnered with a couple of times with maybe Houston, I think.
Yeah.
That he did a trance show. He did it his own. I think he did on some what's this venue called? Kingdom?
Okay, in Austin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Austin.
Yeah,
I think he did a few in there.
I think you're right. Yeah.
What's your what will be your dream venue, man? Can you get to us like you have an idea of what will be a dream venue you guys want to have? You guys have it in mind?
I don't want a dream venue, but I want a bunch of warehouses.
Bunch of warehouses? What do you mean? Can you elaborate on it?
I just want to have different experiences every time. I don't want to continually use the same venue all the time.
Right. Yeah.
It's just something.
Well, different. Like I guess if you were going to describe the inside, like specific way to inside lighting, you have a picture in your mind, or just like raw underground warehouse.
It'll change every time.
It'll change every time. Gotcha, man.
Yeah, that's kind of where we, like we mentioned earlier, try to be different a little bit. Is change something every time.
Gotcha.
So, him and I have envisioned this many times where we have multiple warehouses that we can constantly go to. Like maybe we'll do one show here, one show at this one. Just
like New York has
around.
it, bro. New York has a power for sure. When I've been there a couple of times already, and then they have the power like different warehouse, and then Cops is just like cool with everything.
Yeah.
I mean, not with everything, but it's just the biggest guys that with tech support.
Yeah,
they're the only ones that do
it's definitely different here.
Yeah,
than that. I don't know, but you know what? At the end of the day, just to bring the right artists too. That's we're always looking at the artists that we want to bring in. Make sure that's not only that we like them, that they're going to give our fan base the right experience and everything.
Sure.
So we're very selective on the artists that we choose, and we're not regular type of artists that stop here all the time.
For sure. Yeah. What's one of the names that you would like to bring either on Trance or Techno so far?
That we would like to bring in the future?
I mean, we'll keep that a secret and we'll wait to find out when we release this. because we are bringing a couple pretty soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I will say this,
excited,
like, I'm personally, as a music lover, very excited about some of the shows that we're talking about. Like,
right.
you know, like we're just kind of throwing names out, like who can we bring for the show in summer? Who can we bring for the show in fall?
For
and
sure.
We're talking about some really cool people, and you know, it looks a little promising on some. So
it's
super excited for this year.
It's always exciting, and it's hard to keep it secret, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big time, especially
for sure.
Yeah, when it's especially with a big name.
Yeah.
And like, and then especially whenever when it has to play here in Texas, or especially Texas or Dallas at all, you're like, man, I kind of want to tell everybody, but you know,
Yeah,
so they can be.
Yeah, I mean, we were like that. We did Brian Carney and John Askew and Simon Patterson last year. Like that was kind of like a dreamish booking right there.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that was.
Are they cool people?
Oh yeah.
How was the tech writer?
Yeah,
Looking like.
I mean, it's some. You know, they're all pretty standard, but everybody's been really chill. Yeah. Nobody's been kind of not anybody's been a diva or anything like that. Everyone's been really awesome.
Yeah.
That we brought here, and you know makes us want to bring them over and over again too, because we've had a good time with all of them. So
yeah.
What's one of the craziest things you've seen on a tech writer that you can tell? You don't have to mention names. You just say, "Oh man, this thing is crazy on the tech writer." Because one time I was listening to this podcast, and this guy was saying that he used to work with a band, right? And then the other guy used to be a promoter, well, he's still a promoter in Mexico, and he was like, "Yeah, man, yeah, since you work with the band, but why are they asking for this small little thing?" He said, "Because the band, it's not because we need it, it's just because how much, well, not much, but if you actually taking a look at the tech writer like deeply, not like actually going for, or you're just kind of scrolling to it and like whatever you see it, and you bring it, it's like it's not because the band or like the artist needs that, but it's just how detailed are you? I mean, you're looking into detail and all that stuff.
Yeah.
For mine, I was to see like M&M's one time.
What?
I was like for M&M's.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't get it anyways.
Nothing too crazy, but one recent didn't have no alcohol.
Right.
I guess artists does not drink. But yeah, 2 packs of cigarettes.
I really can't think of anything. I know there's been one or two where him and I'd be like, "What, really? That's what they want?" Like,
everyone. It's pretty standard and professional.
Yeah.
So.
But lately, I mean, I noticed that some other artists they don't know they're not drinking as well. When I was doing mine, at the very end, the last all the artists, it was just like what is it? Sparkling water.
Oh, sparkling water.
Yeah, it seems like they don't really drink no more, especially because it gets.
Yeah, we get that request a lot. Sparkling water.
Yeah, it's kind of like a standard now. Yeah, man. So now I got a few like fun questions to ask. This is what's the inner? Well, actually, I think I asked this. What was the NRG inspired name by energy drinks?
It's so funny. We've actually joked about like coming up with our own energy drink.
Really?
Sense, man.
That's funny because I thought about that when I was doing the music line, and I actually come up with a few designs. They didn't go in well. I was like, and then especially because one time I saw a Shark Tank, and then I saw some guy trying to brought I guess it was an energy drink or something, and and then what's this guy's name with the bald head guy? Shark.
I know who you're talking about.
Kevin Lurie.
Oh,
yeah,
Kevin.
And he said that you know how hard it is to buy shelf space and that. I was like, okay, screw that. But that's a cool name to have. Was there a name up there with NRG? No, energy drinks. No,
there's nothing with NRG.
No. Okay.
But it's funny because a lot of energy drinks always like hit us up for sponsorship and things like that. It's something there.
So I guess if the NRG Music Events had a mascot, what will it be? A glow stick disco ball, or a guy in a rave unicorn costume? What would be your mascot?
If those were the only options?
Yeah.
So it's a guy in a unicorn.
A guy in a unicorn.
Okay.
A disco ball and a glow stick.
I mean, if we want the unicorn, just because it's a unicorn, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning on the unicorn or maybe the glow
stick
stick because it kind of looks like our little lightning bolt for on our logo.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right.
That would probably be our mascot, a lightning bolt.
All right, so I got this other one. What was I guess worst backstage story that you guys got so far with any? Well, maybe not to mention names again, but what was the craziest thing backstage?
Oh,
someone that get crazy or like.
I mean, I won't mention the artist's name, but
you definitely can't mention names.
No, but he just told us wild stories of like a bunch of trips he had like all around the world, but nothing too crazy.
Well, like with you guys, I'm saying like on your own parties. Backstage. You guys are straight like the strictly business.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have some drinks and we'll take some shots, but we're really not like we're in our 30s now.
Yeah. So I guess we kind of get a vibe for like who the artist is. Like, we do have some artists that we know like, okay, this guy's probably not gonna want to drink or anything. Right. So we might set him up with like his own little private room so people don't bug him or anything. And then we have like other artists who are like, they're probably gonna want to have a drink or two, and we'll have a drink or two with them.
I will tell you, not for NRG Music Events, when we used to do beat drop music, it was back in the LA crew. Someone cooked ketamine in the microwave.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, and like it exploded everywhere.
God damn!
So that was pretty. That's crazy.
Pretty wild story.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. People get crazy, man.
Yeah, and that venue it was a pretty funny venue because it was an actual warehouse. Similar to the one that we work at. I don't know. They made fabric or something, but we had to clear everything out, and they were still in business. We were somehow just got that venue, and the kitchen was their break room kitchen where it happened.
Oh shit!
The next day, we all had to come back, and we had to like clean the kitchen, clean like we had 2 areas, so we had like their conference room, and I'm there. They're having like the directors there, whoever the bosses there were, like having their own meeting, and I'm there just like sweeping everything, cleaning.
Like after like in the morning kind of
thing?
Oh man, it's horrible. It's like when you get up the part, like what was this when I went to Time Rock, and then you walk him all the way from the state, from the venue all the way to the Uber pickup. Mm-hmm. It's like the never-ending walk, man, to get that Uber. Yeah. And I was like, hated it, bro. Especially like it was cold and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, keep walking and walking. And then, to see this guy's Uber. And I was like, shit, I get on Uber now. Yeah. So I get on that thing and he was like, what's the address? I give him the address. $70, amigo. I was like, I ain't paying $70, bro.
That just actually happened to me at Dream State this year.
Really?
Yeah, day 2. It was packed as the first biggest one that it's ever happened. I decided to stay until the end. I don't know who I was with, and because of that, we ended up having to walk over the bridge and everything.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I know I was with you for a little bit, but I got like separated from my group, and they had to go find me.
The shuttle.
It's impossible to once you get separated from the group, you're screwed.
Oh man.
The only time to see him again is at the hotel.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was my plan. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna find these guys, and they were mad.
I know. I found this guy, and he's like all alone.
Really?
I was like a lost puppy, man. Yeah. Like.
That happens a lot, bro. Yeah. I mean, what was this? I guess in New York that's kind of where I go now and I met this not met this guy, but this guy that went with me from Dallas. We were we got there to what was that? I think it was Afterlife or X. And we was partying my house, and he was like, "We going there." I'm like, when I go to a festival, I go there early. I go like fucking 9 p.m. because I'm trying to join from the opener all the way to the closer. I stay there. It's that party my house off. So I'm like partying, and I see them like by I guess it's some wall. They just kind of like not doing anything. I was like, "What's up, guys?" They was like, "I've been partying my ass off the last 4 hours," and he was like, "We just got here," and I'm like, "Oh man, shit, you guys missed out everything already."
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So where was this picture taken out, or what was this? What party? What was it? And what was going on in here?
This was actually my birthday party.
Oh yeah, this was the Rewilder one.
Yeah. So rooted in rave.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't because I had hair. So this was Casca because Okay. So I think this was Casca. Yeah.
Okay. That's the techno one, right?
Yeah. So she was very awesome. She does hard techno, great producer.
Gotcha.
This was our first show that we did at in Louisville over there at Vibe Lounge, which the venue is kind of cool. It's inside of like an abandoned mall.
Okay, nice, man. Yeah. I don't know guys if you know this venue. That's what I'm from Juarez. And it is Hard Pop. Yeah, it's inside of a mall. Yeah. So I think I saw the picture when I was doing the Instagram dive in, and I was like, that kind of reminds me like the Hard Pop kind of like they look like. Yeah, man. So how was that party? It was a good one. This Casca?
It was really.
Was it first one? First techno party?
No, not first techno, but first one at this venue.
Yeah, it was like the first one at this venue. Casca is a super cool person. So it was really cool to kind of hang out with her a little bit. And yeah, it was like a really good crowd. She had a great time. We had a great time.
I'm gonna go in LA. Was it this at the November? Shit, I want to open it, but at November 20. Maybe I can ask her.
Yeah.
No, she might be. Maybe you can introduce me to her.
Yeah. She's always.
She's in LA.
Yeah, she's in LA.
Yeah, I'm doing Luis Miranda, and I think on the 23rd, I think it is, or 25th. So I think I have an extra day that I can lay over in LA, so I can probably do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very talented.
That'd be great, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's a 6C residency, which is a big techno collective over there in LA.
Dang.
So yeah, she'll be perfect person to get to know.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, go do the next one on this one, man. This one was.
Yeah, this was a good night.
Yeah, very good night. Tonal Theory. So we had Tonal Theory opening set by Ciroc here. They were very, very cool, humble people.
Where are they from?
Washington, D.C.
Yeah, D.C.
Okay.
But fun fact, they have family here.
Okay.
So they had like their whole family come, their parents and everything, and it was just...
They came to the party?
Yeah. They
came
came
to
the
way.
party.
Shoot.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So,
okay.
This is like one of the 360 sets we did, so that was really cool.
That was pretty cool.
So it's like Marissa's dad lived over there, and then
have you ever had your family coming to you?
Yeah. So my mom mom came to the Simon Patterson and John Askew show.
No way. Dang.
Yeah. It was the first time. I mean, she's known at throwing parties, but the ones in LA were more underground, so I didn't want to go into those. But this one was at the Ridgely Theater, the main theater.
Right.
And yeah, she flew in from LA, and Simon Patterson was kind of one of my idols growing up.
Right.
When I was DJing Trance in 2010, that was like my go-to. Like I'd always drop a track of his.
A track from him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know she came. She liked it. And she was just like, every song sounds like the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Dang. So I'm gonna go jump into this other one, man. I think this was Actually, I have 4. Actually, this is 2 more. I got this one and another one.
Oh, that's the fam right there.
Yeah.
I cannot remember what part of this.
I
It's
think
definitely
this
a trance
Arctic
one.
Moon.
Is there anything to mean in there now?
You might be right. I think it was Arctic Moon.
I think it was Arctic Moon, or it could have been the Triceratops. We did those venues. I mean, those shows at the venue in Dallas.
Right. What was this at?
I forgot what it was.
It was like a random venue.
No, it used to be called the Ear Hustlers.
Yeah, Ear Hustlers.
Yeah,
with a Z.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
It was like
somewhere in Dallas.
Yeah, somewhere in Dallas, like just in the warehouse.
We only used it like for our first 2 shows.
All right.
Started.
Yeah, then they shut down, so that's when we started looking for other venues.
Yeah, I see here what Michael.
Yeah.
The Linda, who's the?
We got Joan and Julian, which is Echoverse. Right. We got Lily.
What's this guy's name?
Nikon.
Behind Nikon.
I cannot see who that is.
I think he comes in. I seen him. I used to see him a lot with his wife.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I forgot what.
And this time I only knew Ryan.
Yeah, that was only like our second show.
Yeah,
so
really?
Yeah.
I was still new.
And this is the other one that I had. This is the one you're talking about, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, this is the one that my mom didn't come to this one, but this was the first time we used the main theater.
Okay. This is in Fort Worth.
Yeah. This is in Fort Worth.
Yeah. How hard is it to bring the crowd up there, man? Because I thought about doing shows in Fort Worth. I was like, oh shit, I'm my family. I mean, I'm my family, but like following stays close to Dallas. Dallas.
If it's a big artist, like people will come out, especially for trance. One thing that I love about our trance people is they travel.
Right.
Like they'll go if the artist is good. Brian Carney, like he's similar to me than what Simon Patterson is to Raul. So this was like a really kind of like my dream booking.
Gotcha.
So it was really cool to do it in the theater. Dang. See his name on there like that.
Right. And you guys' name now.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's shit, man. Actually, we'll go back here. Actually, let me unplug this from here. There you go. Okay, good. So what was thing I forgot I was gonna say on the with the Seta? Do we had aliens coming in? What would be a good DJ to play for them?
Aliens.
I'm gonna say psytrance.
Yeah.
When I think of aliens, I think of psytrance.
Really?
So,
I kind of now it makes sense. Yeah. I understand. That makes sense.
Like some GMS or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Mad Max.
Dang, I forgot again what we were saying. Oh, that I was talking to someone about what is that Juna Dip, I think, or something. And they have like
Juna Deep.
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, we have a Juna Dip reunion. Like, reunion? What do you mean? It was like, yeah. So they have like a reunion in like a different state or like city or like country. And I was like, what? And they all like get together and everything. And like they kind of know each other. It's weird,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know, like they're really into like, I guess, trance thing. Is that trance, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like a Juna Deep is kind of like more like melodic deep house, but like a Juna Beats.
It's like a cult following. I'll say that.
Yeah.
For
sure. They travel everywhere. I mean, when it was the old Juna Beats, when it was Trans Around the World, I went to Trans Around the World 350.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went
from them.
Yeah. So they had like their special 350 episode. I was there, and I was more of a Marcus Schulz guy. So I traveled to Prague.
Damn.
To go see him over there.
Yeah, it's a really big fan, huh?
Yeah.
I guess, cause now that you're saying that, I feel like, trans people are like more like, what is it called? We call it in Mexico, Hueso Colorado. So like really, like, like. Damn, man, that's good. So have you guys got booked like a last minute show? Kind of thing?
Oh, what?
Like a last minute show?
Not really. Or maybe someone canceled and you kind of like book a DJ to do a refill?
Luckily, no one has canceled on us. Not that I can think of. I mean, I feel like we did maybe a show where we booked like a month out or something like that.
I mean,
that's probably as close to last minute as we've got.
No, I mean, we're doing one right now. We're finalizing a deal for.
Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of last minute that we're finalizing.
So we have a show coming up in Austin on the 24th of this month. And then we're driving back up here, and we're doing it the 25th here.
Dang.
It's going to be announced this upcoming week. So we have. Good, man. It's
this upcoming week. This is so I still added in 2 episodes of this one. This one, probably you can know. Because I was like, you probably can do that. What's it called? Disclose here the name, but it might airs before or something. You probably.
Right. But we have a really cool show coming up April 5th. It's what we're calling Existence. It's going to be an annual that we kind of do.
Okay. So that one's I'm really excited about because kind of like how we were talking about how we have our different brands. We have Intellect and Transportal. We feel like this is a kind of show that can bring both of those crowds together in one show. So really excited.
What is it? What date?
April 5th.
Gotcha.
So again, we want to say who's going to be on there, but
right, you can't say
as much as we do, but
So April 5th, that'll be Saturday. Okay, good. Because I've been talking to other collectors and everything. I'm trying to do reset again. So I was like, wait, let me check the date. Well, it's not the same day.
But it's at a really cool venue that we've never used before.
Okay.
And it's an iconic venue too.
Nice, man.
That's kind of part of the.
Good venue. I'm sorry. I guess it's sold now, and it's kind of renovating. It looks like a theater as well, but it's right there at MLK, and on 75 and 45.
Is it the Granada?
I think I don't know Granada, but it looks just like Stereo Life. They have that little old movie theater looking like. You know what I'm talking about? Forest Theater. Yeah, that's it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We're looking for more theaters.
Yeah, but I think it'd be bad out. It looks like it's been renovated. Yeah. So let's finish the sentence here, man. So the one thing will never run out at an NRG event is
passion.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that too. Passion. Yeah.
Good, man.
You should have said love.
What's a song or an artist that always guarantees a crowd that will go absolutely like crazy or wild? Do you think?
Oh man, I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna name 2, just like 2 that we've brought before: Billy Gillies and David Rust.
Yeah,
I feel like
How about a song? Do you think is there a song? Do you play ever or not really? You don't play?
No, I don't. No.
What's a song that you always play? That I'm gonna try to drop this song. People are
like that I'm playing or just in my car?
No, that you play like for the
crowd. Oh, okay. That I play for the crowd. Man, I don't even know. My sets they're always different. And really, I just have a library and I just like see what I'm feeling. But I would say back in the day, it used to be Simon Patterson Smack. Okay. That used to be a song but that was back in 2000s. I would always drop that track on my
really
set. Yeah,
that's
it's one
cool,
of my favorite
bro.
ones.
I'm sorry. I know there's like a track that's on like Verknicht records that you've played in a couple of your sets that always like gets the place going off, but I can't think of the name of it. But
yeah, I know.
Can you go like? I'm not singing it, but can you go like?
Man, shit. I
don't. What was that? What's a big artist that you opened for before?
Oh man, the biggest I would say Angerfist.
Okay.
Yeah, I was direct support for Angerfist.
Did he come and say hi before the set and everything?
It was. I was playing and they were kind of right behind me, like ducking. They had their mask on and everything, and then as soon as I got done, they came out with the MC. So that was pretty cool. That was in Vegas.
Okay, nice, man. What place was this?
This used to be an old casino called the Fort Cheyenne.
Okay.
And man, it was packed. There was like 1,500, 2,000 people at this one. Damn. So that was the biggest show.
How was your nerves going in there? Were you like smiling through it, or?
I was just getting down, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
I used to play a lot back in the day, But Brian Carney, I was direct support with him, and this was at an old iconic trance club in Hollywood called Circus.
Okay.
So did Brian Carney, Greg Downey. I was direct support for him too, and just just a bunch of other artists too. But those were like the most iconic that I can remember.
Gotcha. If your team could describe NRG in 3 words, what would that be? Your team or maybe your crowd in 3 words that you can think of.
Let me see. Crazy is one.
Different.
Good.
So what, we got crazy, different.
Crazy, different.
Rave as fuck. I don't know. Rave.
Rave. Yeah.
How about rave as fuck as just the 3 words?
Yeah.
Okay, but what's the craziest excuse that someone give you guys to go backstage? Have you guys got that or not really?
I feel like we've had like maybe 1 or 2 people that have asked us before. When we were at the Ridgely, I'd always try to switch it up a little bit.
Right.
Try to give like maybe 1 or 2 friends, close friends of mine, a chance to go back there. I can't really think of anything.
It's hard when you have, especially when I guess in your case, because you're from Dallas.
Yeah.
Because you're just barely moving. So it's just because you don't really know, man. I don't know, but I mean, and for you, like, man, and they just look at you like, they don't say anything, but they give you the eyes. So like, bro, bring me backstage. I remember when you were part of the crowd.
I did just remember one. It was this guy, and it was so silly, but like he had a few drinks and he was a little fucked up, and he was like, "Man, do you think I can go backstage just to like sit down?" I was like, "Bro, there's like seats over here. Like, why you gotta go backstage to sit down?" Like,
yeah, that is the funniest bar. That is to sit down.
Yeah, that's probably the most ridiculous one.
Yeah, that's really real funny, man.
I'm like, it doesn't happen to me quite often.
So how do you guys organize it when you guys do the venues? Like, you guys rent staff, or you guys do yourself, or like you be at the door, or how does that work?
Depends on the venue. We have like a couple people that help, or past few shows we've done, like him and I have done the door along with Erica. Braden, who's helped out as well. So yeah, it just kind of depends on the venue.
Gotcha.
What kind of staff they have available, and
the size of the party, the size of the artist, what the expectation of the crowd's going to be.
Yeah.
But we, it's always been kind of covered. We have a plan every single time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotta give you guys props because you guys put the lighting. Is you guys part of your equipment, or you guys rent it from these guys?
Yeah, no, we rent it, but we design like the. How we want it to look like. So, for example, every one, we have some designs, something like this, like these tubes.
Right.
I'll come up with a different design each time, so it's never the same.
Right.
And just like, okay, how can we do it here? And but yeah, it's not our stuff.
It's just because I remember when I used to do mine. So just the sound by itself, shout out to Code Blue. It was a little pricey, but I was like, man, fuck it, because it's kind of what the people looking. Yeah. But I was paying.
It's expensive.
Well, I can't tell how much I was paying, but that was expensive for sure.
Yeah.
That plus the DJ plus the venue. I was like, oh man, I'm spending all this much, and then you gotta make sure the venue comes in. Otherwise, the people comes in. Otherwise, you're screwed.
It adds up, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah! Next thing you know, you already are like maybe I don't know. Maybe I would say probably 2, 4, maybe 4 or 5 grand, and not even people. Not a single one person coming yet.
Yeah.
No. Trust me,
that's crazy.
This industry, this game is not for the weak.
Yeah.
And it's. You have to have passion. You have to have that because if you're just in it for the money, you're not gonna last. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of that, and you never know like how you're gonna be, in a couple weeks, how the show's gonna do. But we just work hard. Ryan and I, every day we during our breaks at work, we're like, okay, energy this.
I think that helps a lot when you guys work together, because otherwise,
we probably,
if you you live in Fort Worth, you live in Dallas, you guys never really. I mean, you guys talk about life consumes. You come from work, you go work out.
Yeah.
You have a dog, you walk the dog. Next thing you know, you eat, you sleep. You guys didn't really talk about, but especially at work, if you guys together at work all day. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, even like Friday, I stopped in his office and we were talking like energy stuff. Like we'll, cool, it is kind of cool that we.
Nobody from work is watching this.
It was a 5-minute conversation.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding.
So what's the next? What else is coming up for you guys? You guys drinking other than the shows? Is that like? Are you guys doing that like more like a festival thing on April or no?
In April, that's what we're trying to like aim for. It probably won't be as big this year, but it's gonna be.
How many names you got trying to put in the lineup?
So we're trying to look at 2 rooms.
Okay.
So we have some for the second area. The main one is gonna have 3 DJs, but very it's gonna have international DJs,
right?
And all that. And they're big acts, and what we want to do is just kind of like, hey, this is once a year. This is gonna be the event. So it's called Existence.
Yep. That's a cool name.
That's the name. We first did it with Billy Gillies. That was kind of like the first kind of style of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of like forgot about it and we never really used it again. And
we're throwing so many shows. We're just like, fuck, we forgot about the names of the shows.
Dang.
But we're bringing that back, and we're being more strategic on that, and letting people know like, hey, we're here to stay, and we're gonna be doing these shows. Yeah.
What's if I guess we're pretty much about to down to the bone, man. Is there what's the for like locals like DJs? You guys are like residents or no? Or just who you kind of invite from the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it kind of depends on which show we're doing. Since we've been doing Transportal a little bit longer than Intellect, we kind of have more of a few locals that we always use. We use Echoverse, Hazy, Jason Gold, for those shows. Intellect, we don't really.
We don't have any residents besides myself, I guess.
Right.
I'm the main resident. But we bring a lot of other artists, a lot of local DJs from here, from Austin, working a lot with Juan 40 from the Texas Techno troupe.
Yeah.
And we brought some of the locals here. We just haven't established like the regular residencies there yet.
Right.
Just because we're kind of in, it's still new. And then once we get that, I think this year we're going to establish more of a bigger team on there and have a rotation. But we want different DJs all the time.
Yeah.
Give different opportunities and
for sure
and all that. So not just the same openers.
So if you want, I guess like if I'm like a local DJ, should I just send you a DM? To you guys or to the NRG page, or how does that work?
Yeah. To us or to the NRG page. I'll tell you this. Someone actually hit me up this week.
Right.
And you know what? I checked out her stuff and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is cool. We have a show coming up on the 25th. And it worked out.
Yeah.
I listen. We both listen to all the mixes. And okay, this can fit. And we really want a good raw underground sound. Like if it's just kind of the mainstream stuff, like I don't think
top 100.
Yeah, it's just not going to kind of work for ours. It's not our kind of sound. We want a storytelling type of kind of set,
for sure.
Especially for opening for the direct supporters. So
yeah, I mean, we're always looking for new locals.
Gotcha.
We want to help. We want to help the community. So, send us a mix. We'll check it out.
Right, man. Is there anything else you want me to add, guys? I'm missing out. Actually, last question that I asked is there someone that you think that I can bring over here from like the local talent or like local collectives you guys can name?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's names we could.
The guys Terminal who we're teaming up with.
Absolutely.
They're very, very good guys.
What their names again?
Terminal. So it's run by George and Mitchell.
Okay.
Quang.oi. I don't know how you pronounce it. And then Sordello.
Okay.
Yeah. So very they're cool cats.
Gotcha,
And yeah, there's a lot of people that we know from Austin, and and some of the DJs that we bring in, we'll team up. And
gotcha.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything I'm missing out from you guys? Do you guys want to add that we're missing in here to bring over to the
only thing I'm gonna end it with is 2025 is gonna be a really good year. I feel it for us. Gotcha. So I'm really excited to start this year off.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.